you don't know what just happened to you. I mean, your daughter just survived the unsurvivable.
Did you feel any chest pain?
Not that I remember at all.
I keep telling myself it's not my fault, but then you still have those thoughts that I had to have missed something. And if I would have just done something, then my son would still be here.
I mean, I didn't even know myself when I was going through it. I could have never told my parents, you know.
And we were scrimmaging, and after my team lost, I leaned over and passed out. On that day, I didn't feel any symptoms or anything weird. I just passed out. I thought I was dreaming the whole day.
So you're saying you didn't feel any chest pain?
No, ma'am. It was basically just like flipping a light switch. I was fine and doing my thing on the mound at one moment, and the next thing you know, I was just walking back up and I just collapsed.
3 gentlemen there in the gym. One was a retired cop. One was a former lifeguard, and the other one had just taken a CPR course. And between the 3 of them, they did CPR. And then there was a former cheerleader from my daughter's high school that remembered to go get the AED. And what's interesting about the AED was the battery and the pads were dead about 3 weeks before this happened to my daughter. And by fate, the gym owner happened to walk by and catch, that there was no green light on the AED. It wasn't blinking. And thank God he changed out the pads and the batteries. And then this happened to my daughter. It was about 15 minutes for the ambulance to get there. So we all know that first crucial 3 minutes is the key.
What was her diagnosis?
We don't have one.
Yeah, idiopathic sudden cardiac arrest.
So they don't know why it happened?
No. And we haven't been able to establish, a diagnosis or a gene or anything just yet.
One of the moms who was present is a medical professional. So of course she was able to begin to render aid, and everything began within those first 5 minutes, that very critical time. And so there was also a working AED not too far from where he was as well. So my husband was there holding him because I just couldn't handle seeing my child like that.
He was completely unresponsive?
Oh yeah, he was gone. The AED had to be used. We lost him. So they really worked hard to get his heart going again because it stopped a few times. And he didn't wake up for like about a week later. So, because he was on life support.
This is what caused his sudden cardiac arrest.
After a week, they were able to figure out that he has a congenital heart defect called anomalous aortic origin of the coronary artery. They still are in awe that he lived for 13 years without incident.
Since it was senior night, which some people who normally wouldn't have been there were there tonight to support like their son playing. And I'm just thankful that all the doctors and all the nurses that were there could help me. There's nothing that they have told us that officially caused it.
When the gene studies came back 4 weeks later, 5 weeks later, there were no genetic predispositions, no family histories, nothing in his body or his blood, nothing in his structures, nothing in his heart. And so officially, there's no reason for the cardiac arrest. No, I was not going to fail that moment, right? Because through my head, I was like, should I have known? Should I have seen? Is there anything we could have done, right? It's what we all go through. Could I have done anything? Did I fail?
I'm so glad that it turned out the way that it did. Your family is blessed and lucky that you still have Brennan, because there's so many stories and so many families that it turned out so different. So I'm very happy for you guys.